Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into something fundamental, the subtle power behind our everyday words.
Yeah, it's not just the words themselves, but how they connect us, how they build sort of the architecture of conversation.
Exactly. And our sources for this are actually pretty practical excerpts from an English learning podcast. It's called 50 Essential Daily English Phrases for Fluent Speaking.
Right.
Now, you might hear 50 essential phrases and think, okay, flashcards time, a list to memorize.
Uh-huh.
But our mission today is, well, a bit deeper than that. We're not just listing them.
No.
We want to figure out why. Why these 50? What
Yep.
makes them essential for sounding, fluent, natural?
That's the key, isn't it? Because the words might look simple. How's it going? We all know what that means.
Sure.
But understanding the context, the function they serve, that's like a shortcut. It helps you sound more natural, faster, no matter where your English is right now.
So it's about the aha moments, not just definitions.
Exactly. The aha of real-world use. How these phrases are tools, really, for engagement, for being understood without friction.
Okay, let's dive in then. Starting right at the start. Greetings, introductions.
The foundation.
Seems like just formalities, right? Polite noises we make.
But are they?
Well, the source lists the classics. How's it going? What's up? Nice to meet you. Even long time no see. What's really going on there?
It's fascinating, actually. They're more than just hello. Think of them as little social probes.
Probes. So
Yeah, like, what's up? That's super informal. It's like a verbal high five, signals closeness. You probably wouldn't use it starting a big formal meeting.
Right, unless you wanted to make a statement.
Precisely. Compare that to how's it going?
Yeah,
Much more flexible, versatile. It works almost anywhere.
because you're not really expecting a detailed life story.
Exactly. It's more about acknowledging the person, opening the channel. Linguists call these phatic expressions. Their job is social connection, not really information transfer.
Phatic.
So mastering these, picking the right one for the situation, it instantly makes you sound more tuned in, more, well, natural.
And the nonverbals too, right? The source mentions smiling.
Oh, absolutely crucial. The practice notes hint at it, a smile, eye contact. That warmth makes the phrase land. Without it, even perfect words can feel cold, empty.
That makes sense. So much packed into just a few words at the start. And it's not just the beginning, is it? Closing remarks too, like, have a nice day.
Yeah, those little closings, they seem small, but they're like the punctuation mark on the interaction. Reinforces the positive vibe, leaves a good final impression, keeps that connection warm, even as you're leaving.
Okay, so I've navigated the hello and goodbye. What about the messy middle, the actual back and forth of a chat?
Yes. Managing the flow.
How we handle that? The source brings up examples like, I don't get it, or I'm not sure. Also, no problem, and that's awesome.
These are like the connective tissue of the conversation. Or maybe discourse markers, they manage the process.
Discourse markers. Okay, explain that.
Take, I don't get it. It's not just saying I'm confused, it's actually an invitation.
An invitation.
Yeah, you're inviting the other person to rephrase, to clarify. You're signaling, I'm listening, I want to understand, help me bridge this gap. It's active. Much better than just silence.
Which could just seem like you're not interested.
Exactly. Or I'm not sure. It lets you be uncertain gracefully, doesn't shut things down, and then you have no problem. Or that's awesome. They manage turns, offer reassurance, show enthusiasm.
Right.
Think about that makes sense. Seems simple, right?
Yeah.
But it's powerful. It signals, okay, I'm with you. I've processed that. We're aligned. Keeps the conversation moving smoothly.
It's like these phrases are the little adjustments you make while driving, keeping you on the road together.
Good analogy?
And what about things like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Or, let me check. Those feel important for avoiding mix-ups.
Totally. They're vital for reality checks, for confirmation. Are you serious? Expresses surprise, but also seeks verification. Let me check. Pauses things to ensure accuracy. They stop assumptions, prevent misunderstandings before they even start.
Okay, that covers navigating the flow. Now, let's shift gears a bit. What about when we need something or want to offer support?
The language of help. Asking and offering. This is where language really shows its role as social glue.
Yeah, the source lists things like, can you help me? What do you mean? I need some help, and let me help you.
These are really revealing about social dynamics, reciprocity.
How so?
Well, take what do you mean? In this context, it's often deeper than just repeat that. You might be probing their intention. Why are they asking that? What's the underlying need? You're digging a bit.
Seeking deeper understanding.
Right. And when you offer help, phrases like "don't worry about it" or "I'm happy to help," they're key because they offer support without making the other person feel indebted.
Takes the pressure off.
Exactly. Removes the feeling of obligation. And then you have something like, "I've got your back." That's powerful.
It feels stronger than just "I'll help."
Much stronger. It's solidarity, unwavering support. It's language actively building trust, strengthening those community bonds.
So using these isn't just functional, it's relationship building. You're showing empathy, demonstrating you're engaged, supportive.
Precisely. You become someone who can navigate needing help and offering it smoothly. It empowers you.
Let's move into something maybe a bit more personal. Expressing feelings, reactions.
Yeah. Moving beyond just facts.
This is where conversations get really human, I think. The source gives us things like, "I'm so tired," or "that's funny, I'm really happy." Even "this is so frustrating."
And these are absolutely critical for, well, emotional intelligence in how we talk, emotional transparency.
Transparency, okay.
Think about it. How else do you quickly signal you're exhausted without just saying, "I'm so tired," or thrilled without, "I'm really happy"? These are efficient shortcuts to your inner state.
Right, gets the point across fast.
And it invites connection, empathy, maybe, shared joy, shared frustration. It makes you relatable. And consider phrases like, "it's no big deal," that downplays something, signals "don't worry," or "I can't believe it," that shows genuine surprise, a real reaction. It adds authenticity.
So it's about sharing your inner world, making the interaction less transactional.
Exactly. It moves the conversation from just exchanging information to actually connecting on a human level, being seen, being understood emotionally.
Which feels much more rewarding usually.
Definitely.
Okay, final category, let's get practical. The action phrases, the ones that keep daily life moving.
The nuts and bolts of coordination.
Yeah, stuff like, "I'm getting ready, I'm on my way, let's go, just a minute," and the classic, "see you later."
These are the workhorses of everyday logistics. So simple, but so effective.
How so?
Take "I'm on my way." Think how much information that conveys instantly. Your status, your impending arrival, manages expectations perfectly without a long story.
True. Saves a lot of "where are you" text.
Exactly. Or, "let's take a break. It's time to eat." These are social cues that just organize groups efficiently. Direct. Unambiguous. Everyone gets it.
They just streamline everything.
They do. They manage expectations, sync up actions, make our routines predictable. Verbal shorthand, really.
So mastering these isn't just about talking. It's about, participating smoothly in the flow of everyday life, coordinating easily.
Yeah, being able to signal your intentions and status clearly and concisely, it makes interactions much less effortful for everyone.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. We've gone through greetings, conversation flow, help, emotions, actions. What's the big takeaway here?
I think the core insight is that the essential part of these 50 phrases isn't just the dictionary definition.
Right.
It's their utility, their power as these linguistic shortcuts across all these different social situations we face every single day. They're like the invisible framework holding up fluent conversation.
Yeah, the scaffolding. I like that.
And if you connect that to the bigger idea of fluency, it really highlights that fluency isn't only about knowing complex grammar or tons of vocabulary. It's about mastering these common, natural patterns, the things native speakers often use without even thinking. Sounding intuitive, not just correct.
Intuitive. That's a good word for it. The source even pulled out some of the most useful ones in its review, didn't it?
It did. Things like, "how's it going? Hi, no problem. That's awesome. What do you mean? I'm happy to help, and see you later."
And you can see why, looking back at our chat. They cover so much ground.
Exactly. They're like the Swiss Army knives of conversation. Greeting, agreeing, showing enthusiasm, clarifying, offering help, closing. They pop up everywhere. They're the workhorses that let you navigate almost any situation smoothly.
Conversational lubricants, maybe?
Perfect way to put it. They just make everything flow better. Using them helps you tap into that natural rhythm, the common ways people actually speak. You sound more fluent because you're using the same intuitive shortcuts.
This has been really insightful, actually. Just breaking down these simple phrases reveals so much.
It does, doesn't it?
So for everyone listening, you've just explored this toolkit of 50 phrases.
Yeah.
Think about how they can help you sound more natural, more fluent in your daily English chats.
Yeah.
Our advice, start listening for them actively in conversations, movies, podcasts, wherever. Notice when people use them.
And then?
And then, yeah, try them out.
Yeah.
Consciously pick one or two and weave them into your own talk. It's that consistent practice that makes them feel natural, makes them yours.
Which brings us to a final thought, maybe a challenge for you listening.
Ooh, okay.
Think about it. Which of these 50 do you already use a lot? Get a feel for your current toolkit.
Right.
Then identify maybe just 2 or 3 new ones from our discussion today, ones you don't typically use, and make a point to try and integrate them this week. Just see what happens. How might mastering just those few new phrases maybe open up different kinds of conversations or let you express something more authentically than you could before? It's worth experimenting with.
That's a great challenge. A small step with potentially big impact. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into everyday English fluency.
Hope it was helpful.
We hope you feel a bit more equipped and definitely more confident heading into your next conversation.